guys, welcome back inside of the Plastic Planet. I'm your host Ryan, hanging out with you guys tonight. I got so much shit to show off to you guys. I know it's been a while since I've been on YouTube. I don't want to get into why, just personal shit, man. It's all good. But my goal is here in 2026 is to give you guys lots of Plastic Planet and upload every single Friday going forward. So barring some major catastrophes, that's my goal, and hopefully I can keep to it. So a lot of Plastic Planet to come. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for having patience with me, and thank you for the couple people who have prodded me over the last couple months just to make sure I was still alive. I'm alive, I'm kicking, I'm doing good, and I got a lot of plastic shit to show you guys. So, you know, without further ado, let's get on it. I've got some VC collectibles to show you guys. VC Hasbro 3.75-inch Star Wars. I have got some Hot Toys to show you guys. I got some Sideshow to show you guys. I got some freaking Home Depot shit to show you guys. So let's get on it. Let's get on it right now. Alright guys, well, starting off the night, I've got a big ass diorama to show you guys, and if you're a longtime viewer subscriber and you watched my last video, which was a little while back, I did show off and unbox my HasLab Mos Eisley Cantina. Well, here's the final result after I've done some diorama work on it, both the Cantina and the Streets of Mos Eisley playset as well. I've worked with some XBS foam here and did some paint and, you know, added some sand and some texturing just to give it that desert look. And I really think it looks really, really damn good there. I love my Luke Skywalker's land speeder there with the new VC Obi-Wan, the new VC Luke Skywalker. There's an older C-3PO and R2-D2 in there, and some older sand troopers, but they still pass the test. They still look good. Moving over here, found some other uses for like things like Rey's speeder from The Force Awakens, stuff that I had in boxes for years because it wasn't really my cup of tea anymore. But yeah, it looks great here on the diorama, and some other fine, awesome looking things in there as well. There's Rey right there, as a matter of fact, but you can't tell it's Rey because she's all bundled up, so it's all good there. Cool, got the worker droid there from the Star Wars Special Edition. I love that droid a lot. That's an old fig, but he still holds up great. And got the Granudian Long Snoot there. I'm sure I'm butchering his name, from the Mos Eisley Cantina. That's the new VC figure as well. So yeah, so here's the Streets of Mos Eisley, looking really, really damn good. And now let's go inside of the Cantina.
You really think we're going to find a pilot here that'll take us to Alderaan?
Alright, as we head inside of the Cantina, you're going to see many of the same action figures that I had in it before in my showcase video. Of course, the difference is now I've obviously put together the floor of my Cantina, and I have also ran some small fairy lights underneath it, as a lot of other people have, and to give it the light up effects on all of the tables and on some of the back walls as well. So looking really, really fantastic. There's the Mos Eisley Cantina band there, the figure and Dan and the Moodle Nodes. And then, of course, you guys can see the lighting and in the back booths there, looking really, really, really cool. Even along the wall there, I managed to get it up in there, some of those fairy lights. So, like I said, I've got fairy lights running all along the floor here, where you guys can't see it. But yeah, it looks really, really cool. And you guys got some other inhabitants here of the bar, all these nasty honorary patrons and whatnot, having their drinks and chilling out. And yeah, I think it looks really damn dynamite, man. Oh, there's Bo Sheck there having a drink as well. So yeah, I think it looks really, really pretty damn dynamite here. I'm really, really happy with how this came out. Moving down from my Cantina on the floor here, since I had some spare room, I went ahead and set up my Royal Starship, my Episode 1 1999 Royal Starship from Hasbro. Got it all set up here as sort of in a dioramic mode, with it all opened up and everything. I don't know if I've ever actually displayed it like this, but this is actually pretty fun. I mean, it's not really screen accurate. It's just really more of a really awesome playset. And back in its day, I actually thought this was the greatest Star Wars playset ever created. I mean, I had, obviously biases towards the original 1978 Millennium Falcon, but I couldn't deny how awesome this was with all of its gimmicks and gizmos on it. But yeah, you guys can see I've got Rick Olay there tutoring Anakin there at the pilot seat, and then Padme's chilling back there with her iPad or whatever, watching the pod racing. R2's down there working on that shoddy ass hyperdrive. I've got Qui-Gon Jinn up here tutoring Obi-Wan with his lightsaber, because they got a big fight coming up with Darth Maul, so they got to get their practice in. And then I've got the Queen and her handmaiden there. Actually, that Queen might be Sabe, Padme's or Queen Amidala's handmaiden, who is disguised as the Queen. If you know. And then, of course, there's another handmaiden back there as well. So, yeah, that looks really, really damn cool. Like I said, just all opened up like that. And I dig it. And it looks kind of nice right below my Cantina, too, and my Streets of Mos Eisley. So it's a little bit of a storage down here under this table and a little bit of a display. So a little bit of both. But, yeah, it looks good. Guys, next up, I've got my VC Luke Skywalker's X-Wing that I ordered over Christmas, and I got this off Amazon, actually, for about 89 bucks, which was pretty good, because I think it retails somewhere between $99 and $130, depending on where you're looking at it. So that's really cool. I've also got my VC Luke Skywalker in there. I'm going to do a lot more with this. This is not final by any means. Just to point out, the ladder didn't come with the X-Wing. I got the ladder separately from some guy off eBay, I believe, and I also got all of these crates and whatnot. It's supposed to be Luke Skywalker's campsite from Dagobah, actually, and they need some paint and whatnot, but they look really, really good. But I really wanted to get a ladder, since this one didn't come with a ladder. So there it is with the ladder, and I got to get a good R2 for it as well. And I'm going to eventually, figure out something to do with the floor here and probably the backdrop as well to give it sort of a Rebel base look, perhaps. I don't know, but that looks really, really cool. I dig this one a lot. I'm not going to get out and show it to you guys. For all intents and purposes, this is the same mold that's been around since 1997 maybe, but it looks great. And this one has a lot of really nice features to it, including some really, really good looking stuff in the cockpit and whatnot. So it's really cool. Alrighty guys, and finally, well no, not finally, I got a few other VC 3.75-inch Star Wars things to show you. I do have my Legacy Millennium Falcon from 2010, and I do have the new VC Chewbacca there from A New Hope, and the VC Han Solo from A New Hope as well. Amazing looking figures, looking so good. Yeah, I love them a lot, and I've kind of spruced up this sand display, the sand diorama I built a while back. Kind of spruced it up a little bit to make it look more like a landing platform. And then I've got some cargo over here, more stuff. Again, I got to weather up. I think I ordered these off, I can't remember, I think eBay as well. Sometimes I can't remember what I get from eBay, what I get from Etsy, but yeah, these need to be weathered up as well. But yeah, looking really, really cool. Got Han and Chewie there. They're clearly arguing over who's going to load up all this shit. That's a lot of shit. That's going to break someone's back. And Han's like, hey man, I'm not a Wookiee, why don't you load him up? And Chewie's like barking at him. So that's really, really cool. So yeah, this looks really, really great over here on this corner of the room. And yeah, just to give you guys a little pan back, show you guys what I'm looking at here. And I've done a lot of changes in here, and I'm going to give you guys a little bit of taste of that pretty soon here. But first I want to go on to one more showcase reveal that I picked up earlier in the fall. Alrighty, so my bride and I, my lovely wife, my wife took me to Disneyland in Anaheim back in September basically for my 50th birthday present. I turned 50 in October. So yeah, I'm officially a member of the Gray Old Balls Club.
Loose skin and old balls.
But I did get this awesome Star Speeder when I was there. I really wanted to get this. I missed out on it when it was on shopdisney.com, so I really wanted to get it. And then, of course, they had tons of them at the park, which, worked out pretty damn well. But yeah, so I picked this up. It doesn't have a stand to it like the previous Star Speeder. That was the blue one. That one had a stand. This one does not, but I did put an acrylic stand underneath it. And then, of course, there is the R2-D2 and C-3PO that come with it. And then I've also got an old Star Tours action figure from the Power Power of the Jedi line, so he works really good in there. And then there's a TC-14 I picked up at the park as well, so that looks really, really cool. So a serving droid there, it's TC-14 or whoever you want it to be. And then up here I've got another one of the exclusive R2s from the park as well, so that's really, really rad. I think that might be the Disneyland 70th anniversary R2 that they were selling in the park this fall. And then of course here is the Star Speeder, and the Star Speeder has all kinds of gadgets and gadgets, and it's really, really cool. And I may do a video on it here in the near future. I mean, there's other videos out there from other creators that you can probably watch, but I'll probably do my own video in the near future perhaps on it, because it is really, really rad, but I don't want to do that tonight. But yeah, looking really, really cool. I like it. Alrighty guys, and just to give you a little bit of an overall mini tour of what I've been doing down here in my Star Wars room here in the Plastic Planet. While I haven't been making videos the last couple months, I've done some extensive redecorating down here, just basically moving stuff around. So anyway, you might recall, if you're a longtime viewer subscriber, some of my other previous room tours and whatnot, that I used to have my 1/1 scale sideshow Darth Vader bust and my premium format, my newest premium format, Darth Vader, which is not lit up currently. I used to have these guys on the other side of the room by my TV, as well as my Mandalorian Din Djarin there on the speeder, if I can kind of zoom in for you guys there. Anyway, move them over here, and I put that poster behind them, looking really, really cool. I've got another shelf up here now that I have sort of a work in progress going on here. I don't think those are the things that are going to ultimately be up there, but I did get another shelf. So again, more places to put more shit, because that's been my problem lately, is I've ran out of room. But anyway, so I think they all look pretty damn good over here. And of course I got my air conditioning that I have in here now. And I did a video of that, having to move stuff around for that a while back. And I do love that a lot. That Luke Skywalker there and the Han Solo mod there from Hot Toys, and then some of my other Hot Toys figures up there as well. So looking really, really cool. That's fun. And then I've also got a vintage update to give you guys as well, and I'll do that for you guys. Hell, I'm going to do that in this video as well, but we're going to get to that in a few minutes. For right now, though, we're going to kind of zoom around here, and you guys are going to see my shelves over here. I have a light that's got a short in it. Things are never fucking perfect. But I've also moved some stuff around here. I've got my Sideshow Collectibles. That's an old Sideshow Collectibles Luke Skywalker and X-Wing gear from A New Hope with a, I believe that's the R2-D2 from The Force Awakens Hot Toys. Looking really, really cool. I got them in that diorama. I like that a lot. That's looking really, really cool. Just to throw around some things that I have done down here that are a little bit different. You guys have seen that in the past. My Darth Vader, my Sideshow Collectibles Darth Vader with my Hot Toys Bespin Luke Skywalker with some CCFL lightsabers all lit up and looking awesome. And then over here, I moved all these detolfs that were over on the other corner of the room that I just showed you over here by my television set. That was a pain in the ass, but I really, really like how it turned out. And I'm just going to give you a little mini tour over here, and I can show you guys a little more close-ups later in another video, but looking really, really cool. I've got my Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi with a CCFL lightsaber with a combination of the backdrop that came with my Mandalorian light freighter Luke Skywalker, that backdrop, and then the stairs that came with my Return of the Jedi Darth Vader from Hot Toys. Got both of them kind of really, really nice. I really like that display a lot. And then over here, I've got, speaking of which, I've got that Return of the Jedi Darth Vader all lit up there with a Return of the Jedi Stormtrooper and my Royal Guard, and then the interrogation droid that came with my old New Hope Hot Toys Darth Vader. There's a mouthful there. So yeah, that's a really, really nice Imperial display. I'm working on this up here. That's a Revenge of the Sith display with Anakin. Right now I've just got him holding a Sith holocron, which is, you know, not film accurate at all, obviously, but I think it looks kind of cool with some Halloween lights in there to give it that lava effect. I need to find a better way to have that light in there, because I don't like how I have it now. And you can actually hear it. If I'll shut up for 1 second, actually hear it spinning, which kind of sucks. Yeah, you hear that trilling? Yeah, that's kind of a bummer, but I'm working on it. Right now it looks really, really good, though, and it'll look better in the near future, but do exclude the glare here. I don't want to open up these at all. And then, of course, I have one of my favorite dioramas that I've showed off here in the past. Over here, I've got my Episode 2 Anakin and Episode 2 Padme, two of my very favorite figures that I got last year in 2025, and looking fantastic in there. Yeah, really cool. Guys, and I had to climb my ass up onto a stepladder to show you the top of the details that I've got going on up here. And I've got four premium format figures that barely fit up here. That Luke is like just like a millimeter away from the ceiling, but it looks great. He fits in there. I got 4 premium formats up here that I just think look really, really cool together. And then there's a 1/4 scale Grogu over there as well in his pram. So that's pretty cool. I've had a hard time figuring out where I wanted to put that Grogu, that 1/4 scale Grogu. So I think he looks pretty good up here. I mean, again, we're not going for any kind of film accuracy, but I think it looks pretty cool. And then that wall back there, that Imperial wall, I've had that for a while. It was initially just painted with primer. I got it off Etsy and it just came with primer on it, and I never wanted to paint it because it seemed like a pain in the ass. But I did. I got around to painting it. I taped it all up and painted it, and it came out pretty good. I just put a gloss black on it, and I really like it. And then, of course, I got my old EFX New Hope Darth Vader mask there as well, or helmet there as well. So that's a really, really nice looking top shelf to my Detolfs. And yeah, I dig that a lot. I wish I could get you guys a little closer, but like I said, I'm vicariously up here on a step stool. So I'm just gonna zoom in as best I can and show you guys what I got going on up here. But yeah, there's Grogu. He looks great. And then moving along here, I got my original New Hope Princess Leia. That's an old school Sideshow premium format there. And then I've got my Empire Strikes Back Luke that came out a couple years ago. And then of course the C-3PO and R2-D2 that came out a couple years ago as well. So yeah, I like that. Yeah, that looks great. So yeah, looking good. Looking fan-freaking-tastic. Looking titties deluxe. All right, you guys, and not last but not least, and I'm sure you guys have kind of seen it already here in the video, but yeah, I got the Home Depot R2-D2. It's kind of 1/1 scale. I think it's more like 80% scale. You know, if you're a big time collector, you would know it's a little undersized. But you know, if you're just sort of a novice, it looks like a 1/1 scale R2-D2, which is really, really fun. Again, got him from Home Depot. Was lucky to get him. He was kind of hard to track down. I paid about $300 for him, and I love him. Yeah, he's absolutely awesome. He's got a sensor in him, and he beeps and bops and broops and moves around on that stand. There's been a lot of awesome mods that people have been doing on him. I haven't done much on mine. I gave him a little bit of a wash on the front of his body, a little bit of a black wash, but you really can't tell. But yeah, he looks really, really awesome. I don't know what else to say about him, except he's big and he's awesome, and he's like my buddy down here, and he's hanging out here with my Sideshow Grogu, which is pretty cool as well. And yeah, that's just looking really good. This whole wall here is just come along wonderfully. I absolutely love it. Just to give you guys one more look-see at it, I've got my old Imperial probe droid there with my 000, I think, from the Darth Vader comics from Hot Toys. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So yeah, or is that 000 or BT, whatever? I can't remember the designation, but he's still really rad. So yeah, looking cool. Yeah, leave a comment if you guys remember. I could Google it, but I'm fucking lazy. So yeah, that looks really, really good. I love this corner, and I'm just really glad to show it off to you guys. Looks great. Alrighty guys, a couple more Hot Toys I wanted to show off to you guys. Nothing really new in these cabinets over here, although they look pretty damn good. I do have finally some free space. I actually have 2 Hot Toys I need to unbox. I've been sitting down here in boxes for months and months and months, and I will get to them very, very soon. But I've got some other new Hot Toys I have never shown off on the channel, and I've had them open for a couple months now, and they are looking really, really awesome. I've got them in these acrylic stands or these acrylic display cases that I got off Amazon. Showed these off in the past. They're actually designed for sneaker collections. People who collect, high-end tennis shoes or sneakers, things like that, like Air Jordans and shit like that are supposed to go in here. But they look really, really good for 1/6 scale action figures. And so I have got my Dark Empire Luke Skywalker to show him off first. I've gotten a request to talk about him, and I apologize it's taken me this long to do it. I know he's been out for months and months and months, so it really doesn't matter at this point. But yeah, here he is. This is one of my favorite figures I bought last year. Absolutely epic. I love this version of him so much. I'm not a big fan of that comic, but I just love the idea of Luke Skywalker, just kind of like Grandmaster peak power Luke Skywalker there, embracing his dark side, while at the same time being the good and noble Luke Skywalker that we all love. So I love this one a lot. Looking really, really cool. And then right next door to him, kind of in that same vein, I've got Emperor Palpatine. Of course, he fights a clone of Palpatine in the Dark Empire comic. So I got the Sidious from the Clone Wars, but it kind of works. I mean, I know in the comic he was like much younger and stuff, but it kind of works, man. I kind of dig these two together. I almost thought about putting them in a fight pose, honestly, but that'd be kind of a pain in the ass. But I don't know, I just like them have them being next door neighbors here on my shelves, because I just think they look really, really good together. You know, just going back and forth there. And both of them have their LED blades from Sideshow, just to give you an idea what those blades actually look like. They're not CCFLs, are not mods. They're the factory ones that came with them, and I think they work really well. I think the CCFLs are more vibrant, obviously. I also have a new modded LED lightsaber that I haven't gotten out yet that I'll probably show you guys in a later video. And again, it's probably better than these, but these still really work. They work in a pinch, and I love them. So yeah, looking really, really good. Go up a little bit with me, and then I've got I've shown these guys off on the channel before, but I've got my Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader battle damaged figures from the Kenobi series, and again, they fit in there pretty nice. Actually, I couldn't get Vader on his stand inside of the display, but yeah, he looks pretty nice in there, and I like that. And then I've got Obi-Wan over here, and I had him displayed outside of a display case before, so I could kind of spread him out a little bit more. He's a little cramped in there as far as his posing goes, but I still think he looks pretty good. That's a nice looking figure, and yeah, I dig these both a lot. Give you a close-up on that Anakin. That looks really, really good. I love the battle damage. And then up here I've got Chrome Mando, which is okay, and Ahsoka. Yeah, I don't know, they are what they are. They're cool. And then, but next door to them, I've never shown these guys off on the channel, I have got from Sideshow. These are from Sideshow, as you probably know, not Hot Toys, but these are from Sideshow. I got Dr. Evazan. I always called him Dr. Evaser for like 25 years. I called him Dr. Evaser, going back to when I was collecting Power of the Force 2 figures. I always called him Dr. Evaser, but I think it's Dr. Evazan, and Ponda Baba, aka Walrus Man. So those look really cool. I love them a lot. I love the detail on them. Again, I got those this year. Those are two of my favorite figures from this year as well. I got a nice haul from 2025 as far as premium 1/6 scale action figures. You know, if I'm including that Episode 2 Anakin, Episode 2 Padme, the Dark Empire Luke, and then these guys. So yeah, really, really good year for 1/6 scale in my collection. But yeah, these guys are epic. Alrighty guys, then to kind of put a capper on this video, as promised, I wanted to show off some of my vintage display. My vintage and my neo-vintage, as I like to call it. That includes, obviously, the retro collection. So the retro collection mixed in with original vintage figures is just absolutely moi, chef's kiss. And then there's also some other third-party figures in here from I think I have at least one or two from the next 17, as well as Stan Solo. But yeah, looking really, really fun. I got that Luke Skywalker. That's from the Book of Boba Fett there, with my original childhood indoor Princess Leia, and then a original vintage 1984 Han Solo from Return of the Jedi as well. You guys can see my Boba Fett's over there, both modern and the Book of Boba Fett one with a Bosk. Looking cool. I think those are all retro collection. And then moving over here, I've got some Stan Solo love with Luke and Han in Stormtrooper disguise. And then I've got some other figures mixed in there with some, again, a nice mixture of retro collection and original vintage. It looks marvelous together. I absolutely love these so much. It's just it's made collecting vintage fun again. I love the retro line. I will never say a bad thing about it. Whether you're collecting, you know, from Hasbro or if you're collecting from third party, it's all good because they're all awesome. And then there's some Easter eggs in there. You guys might see some figures in there that aren't actually Star Wars at all. But I'm not going to say which. But yeah, looking really, really cool again. Like that pop-up lightsaber R2, that's from my childhood. And then we've got some retro collection, original, 12 backs in there from the original film. And we got, speaking of Dr. Evazan and Ponda Baba, oh, look at them. Yeah, looking really, really cool from the retro collection. Got some Stan Solo love in there, and Cad Bane, and maybe something from not Star Wars in there as well. And then up here I've got my childhood X-Wing fighter on display on an acrylic stand, looking really, really cool right next to my security camera. Don't break into my house, I'll fuck you up. I'll find you. I'll fucking find you. Nah, I'm kidding, I'm a big pussy cat, but I do have a camera down here. Anyway, I've got my childhood speeder bike there with my childhood biker scout. and the spring on that has actually gotten bad, and occasionally it'll just randomly pop off and spring the figure across the room. It really sucks. But I think I got him pretty good right now. He's sitting on there. And then I moved over, I've shown this off before, but I moved over my childhood TIE Interceptor from 1984, 1983. So yeah, looking really, really cool. And then I've got my original 1978 X-Wing, not from my childhood. I picked this up in the last couple of years because I always wanted a white X-Wing. I had a white X-Wing when I was a kid, but I wanted to get another one because the white X-Wing I had when I was a kid, I got it when I was really little, and it got pretty much fucking wasted. So, but yeah. But then, of course, there's my Death Star playset, again, moving down there. So, yeah, looking great. Oh, look, there's a little Bespin love in here as well. Lando doing some business, so that's rad. So, yeah, my vintage looks really, really good. And, yeah, I'm happy. I'm a happy, happy cat. And I'm glad to be back on YouTube.